this weekend is the 2023 World Team Trials, and the men's freestyle, there's only going to be 3 weight classes, 61 kg, 92 kilograms, and 125 kilograms. 61 should be the best bracket. The seeds came out a few days ago. DeSanto is 1, Gross, Fix 3, Nashawn Garrett 4, Nathan Tomasello 5, and Joe Kollin 6. So it's going to be a great tournament. That's an awesome top 6 seeds. Joe Kollin is the 6th seed, and he has a world medal. You got Dayton Fix in there, who's a world silver medalist. Seth Gross was the rep last year. DeSanto's the 1 seed. He beat Gross at the Open. Fix didn't wrestle at the Open and still got in there as the 3 seed. I believe Garrett's been on the team before too. And Tomasello is always dangerous. So one really interesting thing coming out about this bracket is Dayton Fix's potential path to winning or at least just making the finals. He'll have to beat Joe Kollin, who I already said was a bronze medalist, and Seth Gross, who was last year's rep, who beat Dayton in the best 2 of 3 series. So that should be really, really fun to watch. Dayton is going to be my pick to win the bracket, but he has his hands full just with his path. Is super, super tough. But definitely, I think one of the top 3 seeds is going to win it. Dayton's my pick, but I could see Austin DeSanto or Gross pulling it off as well. I think the Garrett, Tomasello, Kollin have more of an outside chance of getting out there, and whoever wins the bracket will face Vito Arujau in at Final X. So that should be a fun wait. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see who comes out of this. Vito has looked unstoppable at NCAAs and at the Open. He kind of crushed everybody. So it'll be interesting to see how they prepare, what they're ready for, how Vito responds, and if anyone can keep up with Vito at Final X. It'll be really interesting to see. So I can't wait for that weight. 92 kilograms. Kollin Moore, Nate Jackson, Zahid Valencia. I think those 3 guys are far and away the top 3. I mean, they are the 3 seeds, but I think there's a drop off after those 3 guys. I'd love to see Eric Schultz, the 4 seed from Nebraska, make some noise or make the finals and or even win, of course. But I don't know. It's a tall order for him. Kollin Moore beat Schultz, and then I'm trying to remember what happened at the Open. Oh, he faced Machiavello in the finals. Machiavello won at the Open, so he ended up being the champ. Machiavello beat Nate Jackson, and Zahid was at 86 kilos at the Open, so he bumped up to 92. So Zahid is the kind of the guy to look out for here, just because it'll be interesting to see how he responds at 92 kilos, since he is going to be on the smaller side, and how his savviness and slickness and speed at this weight will help. Nate Jackson is electric. He is fun to watch. He's always scoring. He can score at any time. He'll lull you to sleep and blast through you. He's looked great the last few years. He's an Illinois guy. I'd love to see him come out and pull this off and get the Final X and have the best of 3 series with Machiavello. I think Kollin Moore is the heavy favorite. I think he will likely come out. He would be my pick. But that should be another fun bracket to see how those top 3 figure it out. 125 kg, you got Gwiazdowski at number 1, Mason Parris, Wyatt Hendrickson, Don Bradley. Don Bradley's like my age. I'm 35. I think Don Bradley's only a couple years younger than me. So, but he's the 4 seed. Ty Walls. Those guys are going to round out the top 5. Cassiope's at 6. Cassiope's at 7, and Demetrius Thomas at 6. This is an interesting weight. I have not watched a ton of Wyatt Hendrickson. I know he was kind of a pop-out guy to me at NCAAs this year. I hadn't watched a ton of him before NCAAs, and he was just a bear on top. The crowd loved him. So I would love to see how he does making his way through the tournament, if he can challenge Parris in the semis, if he gets there. he will have either Cassiope or Thomas in the quarters. I think I'm going to go Parris on this one. I think Mason Parris would be my pick to win it. I know he's beaten Gwiz in the past, but Gwiz probably has more wins or a more recent win over Parris. I just think Mason can get it done out here. So he's going to be my pick. Probably an underdog, but that's where I'm at with the 125 guys. I want to see how Wyatt Hendrickson is on top in freestyle. He's a bear on top. That's where he scores a lot of points in folk style. A lot of times that translates pretty well to freestyle. Guys that are good on top in folk style, they understand how to get that pressure going, how to move guys forward and drive them to their back to expose. So I'm wondering if Wyatt Hendrickson's top game shows improvement, and he could be really dangerous moving forward in the heavyweight division. Whoever wins this will have Gable at Final X. That would be a super tall order for anyone to get past Gable. Maybe I'll do another post on the women's, and then also a post on the Greco. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the Wrestling Dad 149 and on Twitter at the Wrestling Dad 14. Hope you have a great day. Take care.